solve the system. So we got 4 variables and 4 equations. I'm going to use reduced row echelon method to solve this system. First we need to write the augmented matrix, so let me write that. So I basically copied these coefficients. Okay, now to put in row echelon form, so we want to make this 1, then bottom all zeros. Here is 1, all zeros, then 1, oh it's already 1, zeros, here 1, 0, okay, if possible here we 1, and everything else will be 0 as well except the very last column. Okay, so to make this 1 we can multiply this row by 1/2 at the same, but that makes this 1/2, which is a fraction. So instead we can just swap first and third rows, so just interchange first and third rows and not gonna do anything else, just first row becomes third and third becomes first. Okay, let me write that. Okay, so we have 1, 0, and here is 1. That's good. Now we want to make this 0 and this 0. So R3, let me go up. So we're gonna move on R3. So to make this 0, we do R3 plus, here is 1, so multiply first row by -2. So -2 times R1. So that's how we make this 0. At the same time we can work on row 4, R4, that is R4 plus, this is 1 and we got 1 here, so just multiply by -1 R1. Okay, so I'm making this 0, the first element on R3 and first element on R4. Okay, let's do that. Note that I'm not doing anything to the first 2 rows. R1 and R2 stay the same, so 1, 2, so let me copy here. So here I just use this one. Okay, R3 plus -2 times R1. Now I'm gonna do same thing here on for R4. Okay, then now I have new R3 and R4. Okay, so 1, 0, 0, 0. Now this is 1, so we want to make this 1 and we want to make this 0, 0, and we want to make this 1. Okay, that's what we want to do here. So to make this 1, okay, we can multiply R3 by 1/3, so this becomes 1, and okay, let's do that. So in R3 we are multiplying by 1/3, basically dividing by 1. So 0, 0, 1, -1, -2. At the same time we can make this 0, so this is already 0, so we're gonna make this 0. For we can use R2, so work on R4, so that will be then R4 plus, that's the -6, so make it 6, so multiply R2 by 6, so 6 R2. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, -6 plus 6, 0, -6 plus 6, 0, -1, 6 times -2 is -12, -1, -12, -13, here -21, and 6 times -13, -18, -21, that is -39. Okay, so Now we want to make this 1 0 0 0 1. For we multiply, divide by 13 and negative 13, so R4 multiply R4 by negative 1 over 13. Okay, so I'm gonna write that over here. So we multiplied R4 by negative 1 over 13, so basically divided by negative 13, so we have this. Now this matrix is in row echelon form, okay, not in the reduced row echelon form, but row echelon form, because we got 1 1 1 1. These are pivot elements. On the left and bottom we got all zeros. So from this we can in fact solve for the variables. So if we work backward, because we got 1 2 3 4 variables, so this is x4 equals 3, 1 x3 minus 1 x4 equals negative 2. So we can work backward, but I'm gonna reduce this further into reduce row echelon form. So I want this to be 0, this to be 0, this to be 0, this to be 0, it's already 0, this to be 0, so that we'll have x4 equals this, x3 equals whatever this number, x2 equals whatever that number, and x1 equals that number. Okay, so let's go for reduced row echelon form. So when we want to make these zeros, we have to go backward now. This is 1, so we need to make this 0. Okay, this 0. For we can use this 1. So we want to work on R3. So R3 plus R4. So look at here, R3 is being moved as R3 plus R4. Then negative 1 plus 1 will be 0. So that's how we move R3. At the same time we can work on R2 as well. So let's do that. R2, so I want to make this 0, so that I can combine with this. So R2 plus, this is negative 2, right? So we want to multiply by 2, so 2 R4. And let's do these two things first. Okay, so we have now new R2 and R3. So R3, this is new, and R2 also new. So we just did this. So 1 0, this is fine. Now we need to make this 0, and this 0, this 0. To make this 0 we can use this. Look at the 1 below this. And to make this 0 we can use this as well. So we're gonna work on R1 and R2 as follows. So R1, so we cannot make both of them 0 at the same time, so we want to make this 0 and this 0 on R2. Okay, so in R1, to make this 0, negative 1 and 1, it's already 0, so R1 plus R3. In R2 we want to make this 0, so R2 plus we multiply by negative 1 R3. Okay, let's do this. So we perform these two operations on R1. So we got new first row and second row. So we are basically done with second row as well. So from these three rows we can see the fourth. X4 is 3, X3 is 1, X2 is 2. So we want to make this 0, for we use this. So work on R1, okay, in this way. This will be the last one right here, R1. So R1 plus, so to make this 0, so we're gonna work with 1 right below this, so multiply this by negative 2, so R1 plus negative 2 R2, and only R1 changes. R2, R3, R4 remain the same. So let me work that here. So we have 1 times whatever, 0 times something is 0, so this is 1. 2 plus negative 2 times R1, 2 plus negative 2 is 0, 0 is 0, 0 is 0. 3 plus 2 times negative 2, negative 2 times 2, negative 4. 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1. So we reduce the augmented matrix into reduced row echelon form. So these are the constants. So here is 1, so x1 is negative 1, x2 is 2, x3 is 1, x4 is 3. So from this we can write down the solution: negative 1, 2, 1 and 3. So we can check this back plugging in to the original equation.